This is PKF Texas Entrepreneurs Playbook. I'm Russ Capper, this week's guest host, and I'm coming to you from the Gulf Coast Regional Family Forum. And I'm with Dale Walker, tax practice leader at PKF Texas and founding organizer of the forum. Dale, great to have you.
Russ, always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure.
We've completed now your fourth, and this is my fourth interview with you after the
And we're
completion.
still so young, aren't we?
That's true, absolutely. But share your perspective from this 2019 version.
Yeah, we tried some things differently this year a little bit. We're always asking for feedback from our participants, and we've got some thoughts that were a little different than we've done in the past. We had a panel this year on human trafficking, what Houstonians probably don't know but need to know about this in our city. I've found that Houstonians are willing to admit when they don't know about something, and if they do know about it and they can help, they will.
Good.
And so I hope one person walked out of there today maybe willing to make a difference and get involved. Ambassador Dejerian, we could have had a whole event listening to him. His wisdom, his experience, his stories.
Impressive.
That's a treasure, isn't it? It's just it's an impressive local treasure, and he's done this. He worked for Republican presidents, Democratic presidents. You could just tell people are on the edge. Scott Clemens from Brown Brothers Harriman. Starts the day. It's 2 years in a row. He's great at what he does. He's super smart.
I got to spend time with him in
Did
here.
you? I would love. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yes.
He's able to talk about high-level things, but bring you along for the journey rather than leave you behind.
Absolutely.
And that is always tremendous from that standpoint. Had some great panels in the afternoon. Talked about Houston, the future. I'm not convinced we're going to be Detroit, because I think people like you and the panel you had assembled. We're getting the message. We're having the wake-up call. The energy panel at the end kind of says there's some room there for that curve, for that transition. So we got some time to work on it, but I think creating a sense of urgency. Our goal around this is to kind of create a community where we have folks like you and others that have been here and go, this is great, we're excited about coming back, and then hopefully maybe they bring somebody new, like you brought Blair Guru this year. And so there may be someone who comes back to this forum that hasn't been here in the future. It's around 150 people. The community seems to kind of stay about the same, seems to be the right size. But the goal is to get people exposed to things that probably all of us we're smart, we're educated, we spend time, but we may not have enough time. And if we're willing to give a day, we walk away and go, that was good. I got some perspective on some things, maybe a little deeper, a little broader than I would have otherwise. And made me think from an investment standpoint, from a political standpoint, from a futuristic standpoint. And if we touch people a little bit, our community, touch people a little bit like that, then I think we're doing what we set out to do with this. And the challenge is going to be where we, not just next year, but 4 or 5 years from now. But it's been a good, looking back on it, there's a lot to be proud of in terms of what we've accomplished.
Absolutely. The audience and the networking with the audience, too, is just always over the top. Somehow or another, you attract a lot of people that are a lot smarter than me, and I like to talk to them all the time and learn from them.
Trust me, I have surrounded myself with smart people. That's the only thing I can hold to my credit is, you want a room filled with people that are brighter and smarter than you and have something to share. But I found neither of us are native Houstonians, right? We've both been here several decades, and we've talked about this before. I find that current Houstonians, whether natives or not, they want to help. They want to meet, they want to look for solutions. And I think we foster an environment where that kind of stuff takes place.
Actually, for the record, I'm not a native Houstonian. I'm pretty new. I didn't come here till 1973.
Exactly.
And I'm just checking it out. I'm thinking about staying now, too.
Well, that's good. That's good. See, I'm much younger than you. I came in 1991.
Okay.
So, I'm not a native, but I kind of have this intrinsic rule that if you bust a decade or two,
you're native.
You're a secondary protocol native from that standpoint. So.
Okay, so I don't know if you've made this decision, but is there going to be a fifth Gulf Coast?
I think that's the vision. That's the vision. We haven't set a date or things of that nature. We go through this process. We kind of debrief. For what I do for a living, there's that reference to tax, and so it's kind of busy for the next month or so. But Bill Rankin and I step back along with our team the next month or two and debrief, but I expect there'll be another one about this time of year, late February, early March, and the challenge will be to equal or exceed what we did this year from that standpoint.
Well, thank you for sharing your perspective, and thank you
always
for
a pleasure.
having
Thank you
me
for
here,
everything
too.
you do, Russ.
You bet. And that wraps up my discussion with Dale Walker with PKF Texas. This has been another Thought Leader production brought to you by PKF Texas Entrepreneurs Playbook.